Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, Season 8, Episode 6, The Itsy Bitsy Liar. So we're just going to get on right into it. A little bit better of an episode. This episode, we got some entertaining things, some boring things, but it was that nice little change of pace in this episode. So we're going to start with Rob and Sophie for once, for the first time this season, Rob and Sophie are actually getting along. We see Rob make breakfast in bed for Sophie, had some kind of cheese crackers or whatever. You know, she wasn't really fond of the cheese, but no big deal. He's trying, and yeah, they just basically when Sophie was gone, Rob had gotten like more like little like tarantulas and other stuff, and she was noticing that in their house, and like he wanted her to touch it, touch some of the new little insects that he got and stuff. It was a little weird, but you know, it's I'd rather them be doing that than fighting. So then later we see like Sophie like meet up with her other little girlfriend that she was staying with, and like she talked a little bit about her intimate life, and her intimate life is just obviously hasn't been the greatest because of how much her and Rob have been fighting so much. You know, the girlfriend, you know, putting thoughts in her head, trying to, you know, like don't think that they should be together. And I mean, I don't think they should be together either, but I do like the change of pace in this episode. I'm glad they're not fighting or screaming at each other. I mean, is it gonna last? I don't think so, but it was just a nice change of pace with Rob and Sophie. So that was them. Next couple I want to talk, we got to meet for the first time this season, and this is my first time fully covering this couple. They're OGs of 90 Day Fiancé. It's Lauren and Alexi. So Lauren and Alexi, they were first introduced to us on season 3 of 90 Day Fiancé. They've been together for 10 plus years now, and we're in the 10th year now in the 90 Day Fiancé universe, because 90 Day Fiancé started in 2014, filming was in 2013. And yeah, Lauren and Alexi have been together from the beginning, basically. So like they're OGs. You know, they did 90 Day Fiancé season 3, the first 2 seasons of Happily Ever After. Then they had their own show after the 90 days, 2 seasons of that, and now they're back on Happily Ever After. Little weird, but but hey, I'm glad we get to see some OGs back. So in this episode, Lauren and Alexi, they have 3 kids. Shy, Asher, and Ariel. I believe their names are, yeah. So, and it's Ariel's like first birthday party, and they're having the whole family and friends are there, and you know, nice little party. And Lauren was talking to one of her friends, saying that she's 35 years old. She's about to have like a self surgery. She's gonna like get like some kind of like tummy tuck and some other things done, some things with her breasts done, and it's a real risky surgery. So her friend and Lauren's mom were talking about you know, the risk of it. They asked Alexi like, how do you feel about it? And he was like, you know, I have my opinions about it, but there's nothing I can do about it. You know, Lauren's just going to do what she wants to do with it. And her friend made a valid point. For someone who has 3 kids, she doesn't have a stretch mark. She does not look her age at 35, you know, and stuff. Like, she really looks good for her age and stuff. And so, like, we're just thinking, why does Lauren need this surgery and stuff? But nonetheless, so later we seen Alexi talk to Lauren's mom about it, and you know, expressing their concerns. And Lauren's mom just told Alexi, like, you know, at the next doctor, just do what you can. And Alexi said, at the next doctor's appointment, I'll see if I have to sabotage it or not. Basically, I don't know why you use that word, but you know, it's a risky surgery. I mean, because like a lot could happen. Now we've seen in the 90-day universe was people get all these plastic surgeries, and it isn't, and they're worried about it, but that's them. I mean, anything can happen at any time. So, and Lauren has 3 kids. She's been in baby making mode for the last 3 years, basically, because we see Lauren and Lexi on Pillow Talk all the time, and it's rare now to see them back on the actual show. So she goes for a consultation in next week's episode. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, but I'm glad we got to see some different things. Now, last season of After the 90 Days, I mean, I made mention After the 90 Days last year at some point. They were planning on moving to Israel, but Lauren's family just like had it out. Lauren was so pregnant at the time, and her mom got into a big argument over it and everything. So I'm glad everybody seems to be getting along at the moment, because I cannot afford another couple going through another screaming match. so yeah, that was Lauren and Alexi. The next couple I want to talk is Nicole and Mahood. Oh my goodness. So last week we left off with Nicole bringing her friends to back to the house, but Mahood didn't decide to go out with them. Now, last week I said that Nicole was wrong for what she's been doing, and I actually do stand by that. Now, I said this last week, I am not Team Mahood. I cannot stand Mahood, but Nicole is not making the situation any better either at this point. And she is embarrassing him in front of everybody and everything. So in this episode, Nicole's friend Julian goes into the bedroom to talk to him, like, hey, I understand culture differences, you need to, my wife is from the Ukraine, so you need to, I have to change, you have to change, she has to change, we all need to change some way. Are you going to meet her halfway? And halfway, a little bit of her, and he made a valid point to her. He's like, Nicole is very conservative compared to a lot of girls here in LA. If you walk around and see some of the way some of the girls dress here in LA, you would think Nicole, he was like, yeah, but she knows, I'm a Muslim man. She knows we've been together for a few years. She knows how I am and how I roll, basically, and everything. And he understands. He's just just understand it. So then later, they come out and then they go back to their scene. And next thing you know, Nicole is screaming at Mahood, telling him to shut up in front of everybody. They're in the back and she's screaming at him, telling him to shut up. And Mahood just started packing up his bags, and Nicole tried to stop him, and then they got into a big shouting match. And once again, the dude had to come in and step in. She asked the dude, "Can you do something?" And he was just like, "What do you want me to do?" And he tried talking to him, but Mahood said, "No, just let me go. Don't touch me. Don't touch me." So he walks out in the middle of the night, in the dark, and everything. Packs his bag. The dude chases him. And Nicole was just like, if you don't want to be here, then don't. So that was just that. So yeah, I mean, like I said, one, don't get your friend involved like that. She was like, she asked him to basically step in. I'm like, don't get him involved. I'm like, what can he do? He's got his own woman. He don't need to be fighting your battles. I mean, now, granted, if he saw, for what we understand now that Mahood was arrested for domestic violence on Nicole, if he was there for that, okay, then step in. But with that, man, I mean, I appreciate the help, but still, that's between them. But I mean, I don't know what was said, but Nicole shouldn't have been screaming at him the way she was screaming and telling him to shut up like that in front of everybody. So, like I said, I'm not a fan of Mahood, but Nicole ain't making it any better, in my opinion. And that's just me on that. So yeah, that was Nicole and Mahood. Next couple I want to talk is Patrick and Thais. I love them. I love Patrick and Thais. I love Patrick and Thais. So, as we all know, they have a little daughter named Itsy. They're on their way to Brazil. Um, they're supposed to meet up with Thais' dad, and he wants Patrick he wants to have a talk to Patrick one on one in person to try to re-get another blessing. Now Patrick's like, well, we're already married and we have a kid, but this is for Thais, so I'm gonna do it. Now Patrick has like a leg injury, he has a kid, and he has a dog that he has to carry on this trip to Brazil. So they drive, Thais is sitting in the back with the baby, feeding the baby and stuff. They fly to Brazil and they're still in the car. Um, Thais wanted to drive, but Patrick said no, he don't like her driving. And she was like, well, the signs are here. You need to know these signs basically in Portuguese and stuff. He's like, and so Thais has said, do you know what this word means in Portuguese, which meant stop sign? And to Patrick, she said it wrong. I don't remember what the word was because I don't speak Portuguese. But so he's driving around. He's going past stop signs and everything, almost wrecked and everything. So, so it was just a little bit funny how that came about. So in the car, though, when they got to Brazil, Thais calls her dad and she says that we're in Brazil. We'll meet you with the baby tomorrow. And she asks, do you want to say hi to Patrick? And Patrick says, hi, Carlos. And her dad said, hey, Bastard. And Patrick's like, we just got to Brazil. Your dad's already calling me names and stuff. So after that conversation, they go to this apartment. So apparently Patrick's dad lives in Brazil, and he's Brazilian, and they have a apartment in Brazil that Patrick and Thais are paying rent for in the United States. Okay, weird, but whatever, floats your boat. He comes, and Thais just wanted a nice little chill, relaxed night because it was a long flight and whatever. And Patrick's dad comes to the apartment, and Thais is livid. She is livid. And she just wanted the night to be them and nobody else. Because I'm like, we're going to go see my dad tomorrow. Why is your dad here? So she's like, I'm really just disappointed in both of them right now. So I'm a little concerned on how this trip is going to go. So, but judging by the previews of next week, it looks like Patrick's dad is going to be more of a problem. Now, like, poor Thais, she just, Patrick's family, I mean, she has to deal with John. Now she has to deal with his dad and everything. And it's just like, and they're just a nuisance for her. Like, so I feel bad for Thais. Because, like, yeah, those guys are just very a nuisance. Like, so yeah, I feel for Thais. I feel for her. But yeah, that was Patrick and Thais. Next couple, and these last two couples, I have to say the best for last. Where do I begin? I guess I'll go with Emily and Kobe next. Emily and Kobe. So we're still in Cameroon. Last week Kobe's friends said that he has an ex that he didn't really break up with from when they met or whatever. So in this episode, Emily and Kobe, they go to this little bar or whatever, and they talk about their conversation with their friends and stuff. And Kobe is just like, why are you digging up my past? And because Emily called him out about, and do you believe my friends or do you believe me? And she was like, I want to believe you, but look at your behavior right now and everything. And Kobe's friends are really getting in his head. They're really I feel like they're really trying to sabotage. I'm kind of team Emily at the moment. Kobe's just stuck in the middle. I love my wife, but maybe they're right and everything and whatnot. They didn't get nowhere with the conversation about the ex-girlfriend or whatever. But Emily did ask him, do you still talk to her? And he's like, yes, I still talk to her once in a while. Does she know about me? Does she know about the kids? She knows about you being pregnant and everything. So she's like, well, let's call her up right now then. And no, no. And she also said, like, your friends don't accept me. Why should they come to our second wedding we're about to have here? And Kobe's like, because they're my friends. This is my country, my rules. My friends are coming to the wedding, like it or not, and stuff. And she's like, I want them to come, but what's the point of them coming if they don't accept me and stuff? And Kobe's just like, I don't want to talk about this no more. So later, we see the whole family. They go to this little amusement park. They took the kids. Right before they took the kids to the amusement park, they got stopped by, like, I guess the Cameroon police, like just random, just asking for Emily's and her family's documents and stuff. Like, and Emily's oldest son was like, "Why are they talking to us?" and everything. And even just him saying that, just that little bit, that kind of broke my heart a little bit, because we all know what happens here in America. We haven't had it in a while, but in the last couple of years, there was a lot of like police brutality, like whether the victim was in the right or wrong, but there was a lot of police brutality, a lot of protests going on. So now, and that led to a lot of people being like angry and scared of law enforcement and stuff. And I mean, I'm not going to go too much deep into that, but when that little kid just said, "Why is he talking to us?" and stuff, like it just really broke my heart. And he's like in his like culture country, like, and stuff. Now the cops let them go. They like, just let me see your documents. They showed them the documents. All right, you're good to go and stuff. But just that little scene, just, I don't know. It just got to me. Even it being in Africa and being a whole different flip from what it is over here and stuff. Like that just broke my heart. For it being the other way around. I felt bad for Emily and her family and their kids in that moment, because we see that a lot here on the other end. And now that happens seeing that happen over there, just questionable people here and stuff. It's just, I kind of take it the wrong way, because like, I don't like pulling racism or anything like white versus black or anything, but sometimes it is like that. And like in this, like even with Kobe's friend saying how Emily is a bossy white woman from America and stuff and everything. But anyway, I digress. But back to Emily and Kobe. They go to this amusement park with the kids. They meet up with one of Kobe's old roommates from China. Is like a middle-aged woman. Like, I guess she knows Emily as well. And they had to talk. And Emily said, like, yeah, his friends don't like me, think I'm bossy. And she tried to explain, like, just lighten up a little bit. Like we do here in Cameroon. Like, it's like the men think that way and stuff. But, I do see a little bit of bossiness towards you, which is okay, but just lighten up a little bit. So Emily's like, maybe I do need to lighten up a little bit. So they had a nice discussion. So then later, Emily and Kobe go to this bar to meet up with all of Kobe's friends, and it didn't go well. It did not go well. At the bar, it started off okay, and then the conversation just took left, and they just kept on calling her bossy, this, and that. Like, she raised her voice, and then she just got up and left. I was waiting for her to, like, pour a drink on them, like how Angela would do, but but she didn't. So I commend her for that, but like I was really waiting for an Angela moment in Emily. So yeah, that didn't go well. And poor Kobe's just stuck in the middle. I just don't understand why his friends are making it such a big deal. Like, they should understand, like, if they come to America and have that mentality, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. They're in for a rude awakening. I want them to come to the deep south of America. Kobe's friends come to the deep south of America, come to like the deep south of Mississippi, the deep south of Georgia, the deep south of Alabama, and have that mentality. You would think otherwise. Okay? Just saying. I know cultures are different from each where, but, if you were over here, you better have a different mentality. Just say. So that didn't go well for Emily. She got up and left. She handled herself with that, but she's frustrated. Everybody and other YouTubers are thinking Emily's in the wrong. Emily is bossy, controlling because of what happened on their initial 90-day season and stuff. Maybe she was, but watching them in Pillow Talk, they have gotten better. But like I said, Kobe just was homesick, and we all know that he loves Emily and loves the kids, and it's gonna be okay. But like I said, his friends are just really annoying me with that. And other people are going to think differently. Other people are going to side with the friends about it, which is fine. But I don't see it that way, And, just the stuff that what's been happening, like over there, it kind of hit home. It really hits home. Like I said, like going back to when I'm getting stopped by the local checkpoint police officers or whatever, and just, I don't know. So yeah, that was Emily and Kobe. And the last couple I want to talk is freaking Big Ed and freaking Liz. Oh my goodness. Ed and Liz. So Liz is driving in a car alone. She comes interview sad and crying. She says Ed broke off the engagement without even telling her. Here's what happened. Over something stupid, like it always is. They were cooking dinner. They were making taco pasta or whatever. And as we all know, Liz's daughter is staying with them. He made Liz's daughter's taco pasta a little bit spicy, a little too spicy for her. She's only a little kid. And she said it was too spicy. And Ed yelled at her and said, "Stop being a baby." Now, I mean, in Liz's daughter's defense, I've been there, I've been there, I've been told by my step family to stop being a baby, in situations like that. So I've been through it, but it's whatever. Liz took it Liz defended her as she should. And, they got into a big fight in front of Ed's family. And so Liz left and she went back home. The next day, she wakes up and Ed's gone. Packed up his stuff and left. Liz gets a text message from their wedding official that said, "I'm sorry about the wedding being called off." And she was like, "Wait, what?" We see Ed meet with his sister. His sister's also, his name is Liz, and to talk about what happened and who got to see what happened. And the sister is like, "Yeah, Liz was definitely in the wrong. I know Ed's not perfect, but Liz was definitely in the wrong for that," or whatever. But Ed, being a coward, gonna not thinking that, "Oh, I'm gonna tell Liz in person that I'm calling out the engagement," when she already knows. And he's just, I don't know. He's just like, that argument, we break up 13 times, get back together. I say, "I'm sorry, we back together." But this one's a little different. He was like, "I don't have any anger towards Liz. I just don't think she's ready for marriage, and neither am I." Just always got an excuse for something. Always excuse for something. Like, over taco pasta. He said he made a mistake with Riley's dish. Okay. But still. And like I said, I've been through it, like I said, with my step family, I've been told, "Girl, quit being a baby, you'll eat this," when I say it, I get that part even before marriage and stuff. So I been through that. It sucks. It sucks in that moment. But when you get older it doesn't matter. Right now, it doesn't matter to me now. In the moment, it sucks. But and it's something, that's something that'll just pass within time. But still, I mean, I just can't with Ed and Liz. Just can't. So that was basically that. And yeah, Ed is just I'm over it with Ed. I used to defend him. I used to say, like, when we first saw, I'm not doing the Big Ed hate. I'm not gonna hate on Big Ed, but he's just driving me insane to the point where I'm just over it with him too. So we'll see what his full explanation is next week. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. We had a nice break. We did not see Ashley and Manuel or Gina and Jasmine in this episode. I guess we're not going to see Angela and Michael at all. I guess they're fired. But I'm just so glad we got a break from Gina and Jasmine and Ashley and Manuel in this episode. It just felt so nice and peaceful. Despite Ed and Liz's drama and Kobe's friend's drama, it was a nice, peaceful, no complaining, no dramatic crying, no Ashley witchness, no Jasmine crying. It was nice and quiet episode. They do return next week, but like I said, it was nice not to have them this week. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on tomorrow to recap Love in Paradise. We'll have the season 4 premiere of 90 Day Love in Paradise. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, until then, have a good one. Stay safe, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. And then, like I said, next week will be Catfish. So be on the lookout for that. So until then, bye, y'all. Have a good one.